Boomers don't get us. Millennials think we're cynical, and Gen Z thinks we're invisible. But here's the truth about why Gen X walked away. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are talking about the unspoken reality of being in your late 40s, 50s, or early 60s in 2026. It's a feeling almost every one of us is experiencing right now, but nobody is really talking about that deep, nagging sensation of being completely out of sync with modern society. We have always been the middle children of history, but lately, that general disconnect has turned into active alienation. Society has shifted into a gear that we simply refuse to shift into. Today, I want to talk about exactly why Generation X feels like a square peg in the round hole of modern life, and why your inability to fit in right now isn't a character flaw, it is actually your greatest strength. To understand why we don't fit in, you have to look at how we were built. We are the last generation to have a fully analog childhood and young adulthood. We are the bridge. We remember life before the internet, but we were also the ones who built the digital world. When we were growing up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, we had something that modern society has completely eradicated: privacy. If you did something stupid on a Friday night in 1988, the only people who knew about it were the 3 friends who were in the car with you. There was no permanent record. You could reinvent yourself. You could make mistakes, learn from them, and move on. You could leave your house, and for 8 hours, nobody on earth knew where you were, and that was considered completely normal. Today, modern society demands that you are tracked, logged, and constantly available. Everyone has a personal brand. Everyone is performing for a camera. For Gen X, this hyper-curated, performative lifestyle feels incredibly fake. We don't want to film ourselves crying in our cars for internet sympathy. We find the modern obsession with public validation absolutely exhausting. We are analog ghosts forced to navigate a digital panopticon, and frankly, we just want to be left alone. Then there is the cultural shift. If Generation X had an official motto, it was one single word: whatever. Now, younger generations mistake that word for apathy. They think we just didn't care, but they are wrong. Whatever wasn't apathy. It was a highly sophisticated survival mechanism. It meant, I see the chaos, I see the drama, but I am actively choosing not to let it destroy my peace. It was the ultimate boundary. But modern society hates whatever. Modern society demands constant, performative outrage. If you log on to the internet today, you are expected to have a highly researched, aggressive opinion on every single geopolitical event, every celebrity scandal, and every cultural shift. You are demanded to pick a side, grab a pitchfork, and join the mob. If you try to stay neutral, or if you simply say, you know what, that really isn't any of my business, you are accused of being complicit. We grew up with the phrase, live and let live. Today's society operates on, live exactly how I tell you to, or I will destroy you. We simply do not have the bandwidth for the modern outrage machine. We refuse to play a game where the rules change every 24 hours. Nowhere is this disconnect more obvious than in the modern workplace. Let me tell you about a guy I know. Let's call him Mike. Mike is 54, a senior project manager, and he has been working since he was 16 years old. A few months ago, Mike's company held a mandatory 2-hour virtual Synergy and Feelings workshop. The HR director, who was about 28 years old, asked everyone to go around the Zoom screen and share their emotional weather report for the day, and then spend an hour unpacking how a recent software update made them feel. Mike texted me during this meeting and said, I am losing my mind. I am a grown man. The software update is fine. I just want to do my job, hit my targets, get paid, and go home to my family. When it was Mike's turn, he politely said, "I'm feeling fine, ready to get to work." Later that afternoon, he got an email from HR saying his response lacked vulnerability and that he wasn't fostering a safe space. This is why Gen X is checking out. We were raised by the school of hard knocks. We were latchkey kids who figured out how to fix a broken bike chain and navigate our own problems without a safety net. We learned resilience through actual adversity. We just want to do the work. We do not want to sit in a drum circle in the break room and overprocess every minor inconvenience. The modern world's obsession with coddling and hyper-managing everyone's emotions feels completely alien to a generation that was told to rub some dirt on it. So, where does that leave us? Stranded? Bitter? Left behind? Not at all. And this is the most important thing I want you to hear today. If you feel like you don't fit into modern society, stop trying. You aren't supposed to fit in. Not fitting in is not a failure. Right now, it is an absolute superpower. Society is currently sprinting on a hamster wheel of anxiety, validation seeking, and artificial drama. The fact that you feel alienated by that means your internal compass is still working. It means you haven't lost your grip on reality. Generation X is the anchor that is keeping this whole ship from floating away. Your refusal to overshare on the internet? That's called having boundaries. Your lack of constant outrage? That's called emotional regulation. Your desire to just do your job and go home? That's called having your priorities straight. We are the last generation that knows how to just be. We know how to sit on a porch without holding a smartphone. We know how to have a conversation without recording it. We know who we are without needing an algorithm to tell us. We don't fit into modern society because modern society forgot how to be authentic. We haven't. You don't need to change yourself to fit into a world that has lost its mind. You just need to hold your ground. Protect your peace. Keep being the resilient, quiet, highly capable badasses you have always been. Let the rest of the world spin itself out. We'll be right here in the background, keeping the lights on, just like we always have. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If this video resonated with you, if you are feeling this exact same disconnect from the modern world, do me a favor and drop a comment below. I want to hear your stories. Tell me about a time recently where you just looked around and thought, I am definitely Gen X. It is incredibly validating for all of us to read those and remember we aren't in this alone. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We are building a great community of people who just get it. Take care of yourselves out there, defend your peace, and I will see you in the next one.